Okay, so responsibility is on who?
Responsibility.
Yes.
You know, sports is a space of shared responsibility,
Okay.
collective responsibility. And it is so important for the public to understand who bears what responsibility.
Okay.
Government is a policymaker. Government oversights and government is a facilitator. But the actor, the frontline actor in sports is the respective sporting federations. If you take the Olympics, we've just come back from the Olympics. The agency, front, center, back, sideways that is responsible for the Olympics is the National Olympics Committee of Kenya.
Okay.
President Paul Targat, Secretary General Francis Mutuku, those are the people who manage the Olympic space.
Okay.
They set the timetable, they prepare the team, they do the logistics, make sure hotels are booked, flights are done, okay, athletes are prepared, and everybody is ready for competition.
Okay.
So whenever, and even the kit, make sure the kit is prepared, okay, the kit is delivered. Even when it comes to sponsorship, like you must have noticed that the Team Kenya kit is a Nike kit. It's because the National Olympics Committee has a deal with Nike. So if you say you've noticed shoes that are not of the right quality for Team Kenya, the National Olympics Committee must tell you under the Nike deal, because it's them who signed the deal. Government has no role. And this goes all the way to the IOC, the International Olympics Committee, coming all the way to affiliates like NOC. NOC must be able to tell you, when they inked the deal with Nike, what quality of shoes did they pick for Team Kenya? What quality of kit did they pick for Team Kenya? Okay? And because these international federations are very protective of their affiliates, they have something, they have a rungu they normally call government interference. So when they see government sniffing around, starting to ask a question, IOC tells you government interference. This amounts to government interference. That's how Kenya was banned by FIFA. When Amina said there seems to be a problem here with the FKF, let us sort out a few things. What did FIFA do? FIFA did not bembelezana with Amina. No, they banned Kenya. That's how they do it. And because these local federations know that, they engage in a lot of impunity. They do a lot of actions. They know we will mess up with Team Kenya ceremonial kit. No one will come for Paul Targat. No one will come for Francis Mutuku. Everybody will go for Ababu na Mwamba. Because in the Kenyan psyche, Kenyans believe it must be Ababu who bought this uniform.
We knew. I was like,
he's the Minister for Sports.
Oh.
But now let me educate you today.
Okay.
The ministry has absolutely zero responsibility other than to offer guidance, to offer advice. But when it comes even to procurement, even procurement for tickets, it's not the business of government. Government can offer financial support. If today, and I'll give you a simple example, in a bid to cut costs for our Olympics team, I negotiated with Kenya Airways a special ticket rate. And I approached Alan Kilavuka, the CEO of KQ. I told him, Alan, we are taking Team Kenya to Paris. Why doesn't KQ become our flight partner for Team Kenya? Even brand a couple of aircraft in Team Kenya colors. Then offer subsidized tickets to Team Kenya. Okay? Alan accepted. He even wrote back to me because I formally wrote to him as minister. He wrote back to me, he made an offer. Okay? But after we gave the resources to the responsible body, they decided they're not interested in that deal. And I kept on asking them, guys, why are you not taking this deal? Why don't you want to partner? Oh, KQ, they might delay us. Oh, there might be this and that. So when a federation makes that call, The minister cannot take a rungu and tell them, guys, if you don't fly KQ, you are not going to Paris. No. They will tell you, but we have the mandate to prepare it in Kenya. And they told me, Waziri, if we fly KQ and this flight delays somewhere and or our athletes arrive at JKIA and KQ announces a delay in the departure and the athletes are at the airport for 8 hours, Waziri is going to be messy and you are the one who is going to be under fire. So just let us handle it and find the right kind of flight. What are you supposed to do in such a case, Obina?
You mind your business.
Carry a rungu?
Hey, pambana nayo.
So we pambana, lakini sasa kukiduka
ni we bado ndo unatandikwa.
Sasa huyu waziri amefanya hivi. So today I want Kenyans to know that federations carry a lot of responsibility. And because they know Kenyans are obsessed with the government, Kenyans only hold government responsible. They don't hold any other person responsible. The Kenya Volleyball Federation did a very silly thing the other day. Kenya has had a long-running agreement with the World Volleyball Federation where they give technical support. They give a grant, they give coaches, and Malkia Strikers has always had a Brazilian coach under that arrangement. Dudes sit down, decide, we want to cancel this arrangement. And why do they want to cancel the arrangement? Because they want to appoint themselves to be the ones to manage the team, because the Olympics is in town. People must go to Paris, okay? And show up and feel good and have fun. So they cancel the deal. The president of the federation appoints himself the team manager.
Wow.
Obida, I have a letter that in the wake of that, I wrote to all federations to tell them there must be separation of responsibilities. You cannot lead a federation and again manage the team. And again, you want to be the arresting officer, everything. You want to be the investigating officer, the prosecuting officer, the jury, the judge, the executioner, and even after you have been the executioner, you want to be the undertaker, okay? How?
So that's what has been happening in the federation?
Not has been. That is what happened. You call it modus operandi.
Yes.
That's what happens.
Oh, wow. Is that why we don't have small sponsors for our sportsmen? Like you find like there's like a unga company, there's like a shoe company in Kenya, there's who decided and say, let's support this team. I sit here with most of our athletes and I realize the things they like are very small. We have one javelin that is used on the Olympics, only one in the whole country. And that thing is less than 20,000.
Let me tell you, Bina, if we fix two things in our sporting federations, accountability, so that you have federations that are accountable for every penny, for every resource that comes into their possession. And secondly, governance. You have federations that run corporate style.
Yeah.
I have a 2-term reign, 4 years. If I'm re-elected once, 8 years, I go home.
Done.
I hand over. And when I'm in office, I know that I am holding this office in public interest, in trust for the public, in trust for the sportsmen and women. You fix those two things, accountability, governance. The corporate sponsorship that will pour into sports will be absolutely phenomenal. I have, in the 2 years I've been in office, I have talked to pretty much every corporate that matters in Kenya. The KCBs, the Equity Banks, the CFAO Motors, the Lotos of this world. I have talked to them about supporting spaces in sports.
And they're willing.
They tell me we would be more than happy to support Waziri. But accountability, governance. Okay. Nobody wants to put their hard-earned profits in an opaque institution that does not even have books of accounts, okay? Or that has cooked books of accounts.
Oh, wow.
You must And I'm telling Kenyans, you want our sports to grow, you must hold federations to account. You must hold federations responsible. This obsession with the minister, you're going to start bashing Murkomen tomorrow the way you have been bashing Ababu. It will not take Kenyan sports anywhere. You are chasing the squirrel while the antelope is galloping away.
When you got in, you requested for elections and you even taken to court.
Yes, I demanded elections for FKF. I demanded elections for Athletics Kenya. I demanded elections for every federation. But what do? The moment elections are called, they sponsor someone to go to court and they secure an injunction. AK today is injuncted. It cannot hold elections. And the last time they held elections was during the reign of the former president of AK, the late Isaiah Kiplagat. Those elections happened while I was minister in the Kibaki administration 11 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So you have people who have been in office and they just have no intention. They have no plan. They have no desire to leave office. Okay?
And also not do better.
The other day I was talking to FKF, my people at FKF, and I was telling them, guys, under the Sports Act, you can't do more than 2 terms. You guys have already done your 2 terms. What is your succession plan? you know. And Waziri, if you come too hard, FIFA will ban Kenya, government interference.
Oh, wow.
FIFA will ban. In fact, FIFA has said, if you push this thing too much, we might just be banned again. You see that kind of balderdash?
Yeah.
Okay. And that is why, among the things I have initiated, and I'm confident my successor Murkomen will conclude, is a review of the Sports Act, so that we align the Sports Act with some of these international statutes, and we hold federations to higher standards of accountability and responsibility. The impunity that goes on in sporting federations is unacceptable. And when that happens, it is sportsmen and women who suffer.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking Kenyans, the same way you hold government accountable, and you must hold government accountable. After all, government is the custodian of public resources that belong to the taxpayer.
Yeah.
Hold government to account by all means, but also hold federations to account. Hold federations to account. Let the football federations tell you how they're spending their money, how they're conducting their operations, how they're growing talents, how they're growing the sport. National Olympics Committee should be able to tell Kenyans how they prepared it in Kenya, how much they were given by government, how much they were given by sponsors. Because normally they will tell you what government has given them, but they'll never tell you what sponsors have given them.
That's true.
Because
That's
sponsors
true.
also put in a lot of resources.
Yeah.
There must be a balance of what government has put in and what
And
sponsors
where
have
they
put in.
went.
And where these
Yeah.
resources, how these
Yeah.
resources have been applied.
That's true.
If everybody takes their responsibilities seriously, the potential in this country is incredible. Our return to the HSBC series will not be the last one. Our qualification to the FIFA World Cup, the under-17 women, will not be the last one. It will be the first of many. Our hosting AFCON in 2027, another landmark I'm very proud of, by the way, Obina. This is the first time Kenya is going to be hosting AFCON. Not only did we get the ban lifted, but in the same year, we won the rights to host AFCON. It's unheard of. We will host AFCON.
Are we going to be ready?
We will be ready.
You're sure?
Oh, yes. I have no doubt.
You're sure?
Tumeweka mikakati kabambe.
Haya, mumetenga pia si tumetenga data.
Hatujatenga.
Pia sisi tumeweka data kabambe ya kuingia X na kuwapangua.
Sina shaka. Sina shaka
Hauna
hata
budi.
kidogo. Sina dukuduku ya kwamba
Hauna bugdha.
Kenya itafaulu.
And we'll be ready.
Kuwa mwenyeji sawa wa AFCON 2027. It is a priority. It was a top priority for me. I know it's a top priority for my successor, Murkomen. It's a priority for the president. It's a national priority. We must make it happen.
Oh, the kit.
I mean,
hizo vitenge.
I was roasted to heaven and hell.
Yeah. lakini honestly speaking,
Yeah.
hata si wewe uliona it was worth the roasting. We just didn't know who to attack.
Now let me tell you
Yes.
On two things.
Yeah.
I was roasted on two things which was absolutely unwarranted.
Okay.
Number one was the list.
Yeah.
Waziri
Kasema ni wewe umeandika
published
list. Yeah.
Waziri, tunasikia mabibi zako
mpango wa side.
mipango za hapa na pale na kule na huku.
Mepeleka kina baby girl waende waone Olympics waka business class.
Now,
na athletes wamekaa kwa boot.
Number one, Obina,
Yeah.
I'm never excited. I mean, I'm a well-traveled man, so trips don't excite me.
Okay.
And I travel anyway. I go on vacation every year with my family. So if you tell me going to Paris is something that would excite me, you just don't know me. Okay? I mean, I can go to Paris. I can pack my bags now. I hold a 5-year visa.
Okay.
And anytime I apply for visa, I have a 5-year Schengen visa, which allows me to, I have a 5-year US visa. I can travel anytime. And as I have said, I had already determined that in terms of leading from the front for austerity measures,
we're not going.
I was not going to Paris.
Yeah.
I was going to flag off the team at JKIA, and I was going to be at JKIA to receive the team back. Okay? And so this whole story of family and that, there's no way my family was going to go to Paris. My family has been to Paris countless times. Countless times. They didn't need Olympics to go to Paris.
Okay.
And the list that people were hankering for was not even ready, because the list is finalized after you conclude the qualification. And qualification runs over a long period of time. You'll remember that athletes like Julia Siego qualified very late. We were even trying to qualify Angela Okutoi for tennis, and we were really scampering to get her to acquire the right level of points by putting her in a lot of competitions. In fact, that same week that the Olympics were supposed to be starting, she was in Algeria, okay, participating in a championship, and we sent her to a lot of competition to see whether we could get sufficient number of points to qualify her. And so at the time when Kenyans were really crying for this list, the list was just not ready because the qualification process had not concluded. And I wrote a letter to NOC. I told them, because NOC are responsible for the list. I told them, as soon as that list is ready, make it public. Make it public, let Kenyans know who is on that list and who is not. And they did, actually, indeed, after the list was ready. To their credit, NOC convened a press conference and made the list public. Okay. And as people could see, the list was really predominantly a list of athletes and their coaches and their managers and physiotherapists and doctors and all that kind of stuff. So I believe that it was the right team that was going to the Olympics.
Okay, so tumetoa
The second thing was the kit. Luku. Lakini sasa Wakenya wanajua waziri mwenyewe yuko na luku. Si mimi ninajua luku. Wewe Obina. Sasa wewe. Sasa tunaweza angusha. Now this is what happened. This is what happened. And this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the damn truth.
All right.
We wanted Team Kenya to have a ceremonial kit that reflected the spirit of Kenya. So we asked NOC to run a national competition. As government, we committed some resources. We gave them resources. We gave NOC some resources to run a national competition for fashion designers to dress Team Kenya. They ran a competition. They picked what they believed to be the best designs. And the team they put together to run that process for them is a team which I believe to be competent. It was led by people like Connie Alwatch, okay? People who really, as far as the fashion design space is concerned, they have made a name. They know their thing. So after these designs came out, they actually came to present them to us. The, what you call renders, the designs. So we looked at the designs, we had some reservations here, we made our input, they went back, we told them after you completed the adjustments, then do the production. Now, they took forever to do the production. On the other hand, they were insisting, please ask the president to flag us off. So when I asked the president gave them a date of July 5. I told them the president is ready to flag you off. The day the president was flagging them off, because I told them, that kit you have produced, it would be amazing for the president to wear it as the head of state and as the country's diplomat number one. Okay? So I told them, I want to see it before we take it to the president. So they delivered something to me. They actually delivered two pieces. They told me, hii ni ya rais na hii ni yako waziri. I took one look at that stuff. And I told them, nah.
Like a day to the launch?
The day of the launch.
The day of the launch?
Yes, the day of the launch.
Oh, wow.
So, and this stuff was brought to me by the Secretary General of the...
Oh, make a staff.
It's a staff, actually. I don't want to... Mr. Francis Mutuku, the Secretary General of NOC. He should come here, actually, so that he can explain.
He it himself.
I mean, it is a NOC process.
Okay.
So I looked at that stuff and I said, no. The quality of the fabric, the production, the
design, the outlook.
I told him no.
Yeah.
I told him no. This Haitoshi Mboga. In fact, I told him, Kenyans will roast you for this. I mean, little did I know that actually the roasting will be Ababu's. So he said, you know, Waziri, this thing has been done in a hurry. I told him, hurry or no hurry, we must get it right. Okay. And by the way, they can sit on this couch and corroborate what I'm telling you. I told them this cannot go public. Surprise. And I even told them, don't you guys have the Nike kit? For the flagging off by the president, ask your team to wear the Nike kit. Hizi zingine, rudisheni kwa fundi. Kama huyu fundi yuko Ngara ama yuko Kibra. Wila alikuwa fundi man, lakini hakuwa fundi Frank. Kwa fundi Frank unamdana pesa job. So I told them, please return to sender. Shock of shocks. Tuko State House.
That fundi was not frank.
No, tuko Ikulu. Si mimi sasa ile the athletes are walking in. And I could see, I say, oh, it's good. The athletes walked in the Nike kit. Okay, that honeycomb, the honeycomb kit.
So far, everything
is good. I say, oh, these guys have listened to me. Hizo vitu zimerudi kwa fundi. Shock of shocks. In the middle of the event, I see athletes walk to the front. You know, I held my hand.
People like, ma, yo, kwisha.
Obina.
Umekanga na president.
Waswahili wanasema kilicho mnyoa kanga nini. You know, I was sitting next to the Kirinyaga governor, who is also the chair of the Council of Governors, Anu Waiguru. Yeah. And told me, Waziri, what is this?
Waiguru akaona akakwambia, we?
And I said, Mayo, what is this goodness? These guys actually went ahead and released those things. And now, a beautiful ceremony that was supposed to be like the highlight of Team Kenya flag off was then reduced to a conversation about these half-baked products which we had rejected.
Okay.
Long story short is that I was very upset.
What did the president say?
Of course, I explained to the president the situation. Obviously, he was not impressed. I invited them to dinner immediately after that ceremony at State House. I took the whole team to dinner at the Marriott, at my cost, by the way. It was not at the public's cost.
Okay.
So I sat down with the team, and I even asked Connie Aluoch. Connie is really someone I hold in very high regard as far as that fashion space is concerned. And I told Connie, how could this happen? First of all, the production is completely lousy. And then to have the knack, the temerity by Francis Mutuku and his team to expose things which are obviously not ready.
And you had also discussed.
And we had discussed.
Yeah, they just disregarded you.
Impunity of federations. Impunity of federations. So I gave them instruction to take that stuff back. And credit to them. They took them back. They redid them. And what Team Kenya wore in Paris was pretty much what should have been. And I have no doubt that someone was just trying to save some money, perhaps. Okay, and this is
to eat.
To eat.
Let's say it how it
Yes,
is.
someone was trying to eat something on these, and in the process shame the nation, because that is what it turned out to be. They brought shame on the nation, on government. Luckily for them, no one held them accountable. So the responsibility was misassigned to people who had nothing to do with that mishap. So today, when you invite the National Olympics Committee team, the team of Targa, Mutuku, and all those fellows, let them explain to you what exactly happened behind the scenes, how they had the audacity to even approve those productions, that they even deliver those things for me to take to the president. The president didn't even see it because I told them this. I have them in my house to date. I said, the president cannot wear this, neither would I wear this myself.
What's next? What next for CS Ababu? Where are you headed?
I am on a very well-deserved
hiatus.
Sabbatical. Not a hiatus.
It's not a hiatus. No. It's a sabbatical leave.
It's a nice sabbatical, Abina.
Okay.
I'm taking a sabbatical. I've not taken a break for a long time, by the way. I'm just looking back at my life since I entered Parliament. I entered Parliament as a 20-something-year-old young man.
Okay.
And it has been a relentless march.
Okay.
This is the first time actually I'm taking a little sabbatical.
You wake up at noon.
And guess it, I'm enjoying it.
Amuka saa 7 hivi. Ama bado unamuka tu 5.
This stress-free, relaxed sabbatical, it looks good on me, doesn't it?
But for how long?
Briefly.
Yeah.
Briefly, I'll enjoy it while it lasts. I have given myself a couple of months, but I'll be back pretty soon. I'll be back in that in circulation pretty soon.
Okay.
For now, wacha nikule break.
Kula break. Enda Paris.
Paris, here I come.
Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Use the hashtag Hesabika na Mabingwa. Thank you.